Hello, bruv. This book, The White Cat, which is a novel of dissociative personality, inflicting a woman named Joy Fielding. She's well-to-do, and she has a black mistress who's her guiding hand as she goes between personalities. And then I've come to this part in the second part of the book where a Chinaman, an Asian servant, is given some time on the big stage of the novel. I don't think he was, other than a passing word on the man, but at this stage in the book, the black mistress, Leah, has gone to sleep after being on the run from Joy, who, in her multiple personalities, had run her off. And also Mrs. Joy Fielding has herself succumbed to sleep after a 2-day manic episode whereby she had run off Leah, and was frightful of what she had done to her while her lapses in memory have occurred. Probably could have summed that up more succinctly, but here's a scene in which both women have now retired to sleep, and the heck's this guy's name? I don't even know what his name is. It's anyway, Mr. What's his name? Chet. His name's Chester, and he's here to save both women from themselves. And as they're laid down to sleep, recovering from their maladies, he goes to talk to the so-called Chinaman in the kitchen as he was grinding coffee. And the dialogue goes like this. "Hello, you came back," he said affably. That is King. "Yes, I'm back, King," I replied, and stood with my hands in my pockets watching. "I thought you come," he said, nodding his head wisely. "Oh, you did you?" I inquired. "Why?" He went on automatically with his coffee mill, still grinning insanely. "You likey, Miss Fielding?" he asked audaciously. As I fumble with the page. "Heap much," I said, laughing. He laughed with me. "Aren't you lonesome here, King?" I asked next. "Not many Chinamen around here, are there?" "Oh, Chinamen no good." Of course, I'm using a stereotype voice. "All time make talabo." There's the L for an R. He poured the ground coffee into a canister and took down a pot. "There's a Chinese laundry over at the harbor. Don't you go over there sometimes to smoke a pipe?" Insisting that, though there was an epidemic in the United States in the early 1900s when this book was written, with opium and Chinese laundries. Not that I guess the Chinese were importing it, but anyway. "There's a Chinese laundry over at the harbor. Don't you go over there sometime to smoke a pipe?" "Aw, no good smoke pipe. More better stay here." Now this was contrary to the habits of Chinamen, as I had known them, and I scented something interesting. "You know play Fantan?" I asked. And I have no clue what Fantan is. I imagine it's gambling or some sort. "Aw, Fantan no good," King replied contemptuously. "All time lose heap money. No good." He shook his head again as he shook down his fire, poked it, and went to the sink to wash his hands and wipe them on the roller towel. I watched his deft, precise movements. He was like a machine in the accurate way in which he handled everything. "What tong do you belong to, King?" I asked presently. I'm guessing that's which gang, tribe. He gave me a cunning look. "What a matter you?" he demanded. "What for you want to know?" "Hip sing," I persisted. "See yup, Sam yup, what tong?" "You sabby China tong?" he asked. "Oh, sure, you tell me, King. I keep him quiet. I no tell." "Say," he exclaimed, approaching me, grinning. "Sometime you help me get away?" "You in trouble, eh?" "What's the matter?" hatchet men after you? He still grinned in the absurd way celestials have when the subject is most serious. No catchy me, he declared. Oh, I see. They're trying to find you, eh? What's the matter? You steal China girl? You take Tong money? You kill Sam Yup man, maybe? He kept his grin and his secret. That's all light. No catchy me, was all I could get out of him. But I thought I had a suspicion as to why he was contented to stay alone, so far from any of his race, and never go to town or even smoke opium or play fantan at the harbor. I suspect that Mr. Burgess was a progressive or liberal of sorts, so he was trying to, in his own way, expose the racism of others, but my guess is he probably felt the same way, as he also tries to showcase the goodness in Leah, who is the Black Mistress, as if he knows better than others and he's trying to teach a lesson in humanity to the reader. Maybe he was the good guy, who knows, but I just thought this passage was pretty striking as it came out of nowhere, as many of these passages do in this book, where he just like people of that race, just kind of obviously easy to comment in this day and age, but back then I'm not sure how people reacted to it. Anyway, that's all. Goodbye.